Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. I am Kristen, also known as Lovely Kristen. I am a kindergarten teacher. I'm a first-year teacher this year. But I sound terrible because my morning voice, I had to wake up super early this morning because I got a lot to do. And then not only that, but I'm also still kind of hoarse. Hold on just a second. So I made it to work. It was crazy at Chick-fil-A. My contact has been irritating me. But it was crazy at Chick-fil-A because I need to prop you guys up. Hold on, let me find something because I got my tripod, but I don't know how to prop you guys. Let me see. Okay. So got my Chick-fil-A, but it was crazy because I forgot my wallet at home. And so what I ended up having to do is I ended up having to place a drive-through order and pay online in order to get my food. I am always forgetting my wallet. Is like the craziest thing. But anyways, this one, all kind of stuff. Like my little caddy from Joy Cat is what you see here. But anyways, so I just kind of wanted to walk you guys through our day. It's going to be a very busy day because for one, it's picture day. For two, I have an SST meeting. And then for three, I have grade level planning today. So I meet with my team 3 times a week. 2 of the days we plan, and then one of the days is dedicated to data. So we discuss data and just kind of sit down and see like where our kids are, and then discuss like strategies that we can be using or interventions, things like that. It'll be our first one this week because we've collected all our data, beginning of the year data. And so now it's time to actually sit down and see like where the kids are and all of that. We have been looking at data individually, but as a grade level, this will be our like first time like really looking at data as a grade level. And then like I said, the other 2 days are dedicated to planning. So we each take a subject. My subject is social studies. So that has helped out a lot because we weren't doing that. We actually just started that. And so I'm so glad that we are each taking a subject because it just makes it more manageable than having to plan for every subject yourself, everybody taking a subject. And so I really like that a lot. We also we're going to start planning centers together. So it should be a very productive week. It can get a little overwhelming because we are focused on like the current week, but we plan for the following week. So it can be a lot to keep track of and everything, but I really like that we are moving in the right direction. So that's really good. But I really quick want to walk you guys through what I do when I first get here. So I'm going to be talking kind of fast because I want to make sure that I fit everything in. So the first thing I do when I get here is I get out my computer and I connect it to my smart board and get my daily slides pulled up. So daily slides help me so much. They are just so helpful. They keep me on track. The kids are used to the daily slides. They know what's coming next. And so it also helps them with routine. And like I said, preparing them. They always know what's next. They look forward to the daily slides. I think it just helps us all. So I just get everything connected to my smart board. My kids actually make their lunch choice on my smart board as well. So I'll get that pulled up. I use this website called, Pink Cat Studio. And I found it I heard about it on TPT. I did have to purchase a subscription, which I didn't think that I was gonna have to do, but I did. And so I paid for a year. I think it was only like $30. Not too bad, because there is quite a bit of stuff on here that you can do besides just the kids making their lunch choice. I love this system because it's a really great way for me to see who is here and who is not here based on if the kids make their lunch choice or not. Our day starts the kids come down at 7:30, and so I give the kids until about 7:55 before I submit my attendance. Now, they are late if they're not here by 7:45. So if they're not in the class by 7:45, then they are late. But before I submit the attendance and all of that stuff, I wait until about 7:55, because that's when we are cleaning up whatever it is we're doing for morning work. We're cleaning up, and I'm taking attendance while they're cleaning up, and then I get my attendance submitted, and I call my kids to the carpet so that we can get our day started. So typically for morning work, it started out being the STEM bins, which I talked a lot about during classroom setup, but the STEM bins were just not practical for my kids. I felt like the STEM bins had them really loud and rowdy in the morning, and it was just a really difficult cleanup process because every table was doing a different STEM bin, and so it made cleaning up take longer versus if, they're doing like a worksheet, or if they're just on their computers doing IXL or Lexia. So I just decided that STEM bins is not the way to go for my class, not right now. Maybe we can do STEM bins once a week. So that is something to consider at some point, but right now it's just easier for my students to have a worksheet whenever they come in, or to either be on IXL or Lexia. So we've lately been doing IXL and Lexia, so it alternates. Yesterday they came in, so today is Tuesday, by the way. Yesterday they came in and they did have a worksheet. They traced their letters, which I'll show it to you guys real quick. I don't know why I still had that open. But covering up the name, one of my students, she was absent, so I just wrote her name at the top, letting me know that she was the only one who didn't do it. And so they just traced their letters. So that was what they did yesterday. Today, they'll probably just be on Lexia this morning. So I just feel like that's a lot better for my group of kids. It's just them being able to come in and do something chill versus like the STEM bands. So we no longer do STEM bands. It was just too chaotic in the mornings. And I feel like my group of kids need something where they can just come in, sit down, be chill, not something that's going to require them to do too much moving around, too much interacting with others in the morning, because they just get so loud. So just like an independent worksheet or on the computers. That is what we're doing. I want to show you guys real quick what this tool that I use for their lunch choices looks like. So I'm going to turn you guys around real quick. So here it is. So there are so many different themes to choose from. Again, it's called Pink Cat Studio. So many different themes, and my kids love being able to come up here and make their lunch choices. So each week I choose a different theme. This week we're doing shapes because we're learning about shapes in math. So shapes attendance. So I click on it. You have to enter in all your students' name. Make sure to put full name if you have students that have the same name. I have 2 students with the same name. It's pronounced differently, but the spelling is the same. So I had to put full name, or you can just do first name. So full name, and then scroll down. I enabled the lunch count. And basically at my school, we have 3 choices. So lunchbox, hot choice, and cold choice. So, and then you can choose the color associated with each choice. So for lunchbox, I just chose yellow, hot choice, red, cold choice, blue. And so the only thing I don't like about it is there aren't many picture options. But you put in your choices and then you go here to choose, like you click on the little image icon. Oh, let me go back. Oh, color got changed. But they don't have, like, the selection isn't that good. That's the only thing I don't like about as far as the pictures are concerned. But everything else is amazing. So then I just hit. So yes, love this. We have random student picker. You can choose the theme. Let me just do something real quick. And then you do the same type of thing. Would you like to continue from before there? Okay, start new. So, and then you just click and it'll give you the student's name at the bottom. So I really like that it has the random student picker, the random group maker, rotation timer, what else? Scorekeeper if you're playing games, noise level, and then survey. Love the noise levels as well. My kids really weren't responding too well to it, so I kind of stopped using it. But, you know, it is there. So, and so, like that. Just wanted to show you guys that. So anyways, let me get back to my attendance. So when they come in the morning, I always put on some kind of calming music, and then I have this on the smart board for them to come up and make their lunch choices. So when the kids first come in, they turn in their daily folders, they unpack, hang up their book bags, and then if they have lunchbox and water bottles, those go in their cubbies, and then they can't think. Then they come up to the smart board and make their lunch choice, and then they sit down and get started on their morning work. So their computers are already at their tables. I just leave those out. We were putting those away every day, like plugging them back in every day. But I'm just like, there's really no point. We need to just leave them out because that's one less thing I have to do or my parent has to do in the morning. So we just leave them out, and then we plug them in and do any like updates that may need to happen on Friday. But they're out for the whole week, so we don't have to keep plugging them up and then unplugging them and stuff like that. And so we have decided that that system just works for us. So anyways, I'm about to show you guys my daily slides. And I'll just kind of walk you guys through. So they know to unpack, and then they make their lunch choices. So this is just a quick way for me to like go to my lunch choice thing that I use. And so we have that, which I had already pulled it up because I was trying to show you guys. I have some common music that I'll play, and then this is our like cleanup song. So they know when they hear that cleanup song, I don't want to get copyrighted, but they know when they hear that it's time to stop whatever they're doing, get cleaned up, and then they sit quietly and they wait for me to call them to the carpet. Then I just always tell my kids, like, I'm so glad you're here, welcome. And then we go over our rules for listening, which we haven't really been going over them like in depth like we were the first few weeks of school because they are getting better at the carpet. But we go over our rules for listening, our class rules, morning greeting. So I click this and it just takes us to our morning song because we were sitting in a circle and telling each other good morning, but that was just like really taking too long. And so now I've just started choosing a song, and basically we'll use that song for like a couple weeks and then I'll switch it up. And so, you know, I just find that this is just quicker, a cute little good morning song that we all sing together. And then, you know, that's that. Then we do our morning message. Like today it just says, good morning class, happy Tuesday. Today you will learn about the sight words by, my, and to, the letter T, and more about shapes. We do our morning sharing. So I switch this up every day, and I use my Lucky Ducks to choose a few students to share. What beginning sound does your name start with? We do our calendar, and then we go into Haggerty. We go into Haggerty. We do our Haggerty lesson. I love Haggerty so much. I wanted to show you guys. I'll show you guys in just a second what I do to like really motivate the kids during our Haggerty time. I give them a like 3-minute brain break because Haggerty, you know, it can be a lot. And then after we've done our morning meeting, they're ready for a break. So, and then we go over our focus letter of the day, which is T. Tomorrow it'll be B. So it'll be B Wednesday and Thursday, and then Friday we'll review both letters. And then here are the sight words. And then so we're going to review the old ones, and then here are the ones for this week. So we started out introducing 1 a week, but now we're moving up the pace a little bit. So we're going to start introducing like 3 a week. So that's something that my team and I decided on. We've been talking about narrative writing, so we're just going over elements of like narrative writing. Here's one of our books for this week, the vocabulary, which I just click the image and it'll take me to the vocabulary, and we'll just go over what each of these words mean. We'll finish the book because we started reading it yesterday, but we just got, we had to get ready to go to lunch. And so we didn't get to finish it. And so some days we don't always get to everything, or we don't finish things, which I'm learning is just going to have to be okay. We just have to do what we can. And then we do our reading centers, which I don't want to show you guys that slide because it has my kids' names on them. So I'm just going to skip past all the reading center stuff. So after we do our reading centers, it's time for bathroom break, and then if they want to get water, they can get water, and then we go to recess. So it's going to be very busy today because, like I said, it's picture day. I have an SST meeting, and then I have grade level planning. Our grade level planning is always the same time on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 o'clock, and then on Wednesdays is during our recess time. So during recess is when we meet on Wednesdays, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays we meet at 1 o'clock, and dismissal starts at 1:50. So you can only imagine how crazy it is meeting with my team at 1 o'clock, and we meet for 30 minutes, and then coming back in here at 1:30, and then having to get the kids ready for dismissal. Our pairs are with the kids while we are meeting at 1, from 1 to 1:30, and then on the days that we meet during recess, like our pairs take our kids to recess. So they do that every day. And so, yeah, if you guys are wondering like how that works. Forgot to tell you guys that we are starting class jobs this week. So I did, I introduced them yesterday, Monday. And so today we're actually going to start the jobs. And so I wanted to give my class time to just get used to their routines, get used to how we do things before I introduce class jobs. And so I'm really excited because we've been in school. This is like our 7th week in school. So now I think it's time to start making them be a little bit more responsible. And I think it'll help with classroom management too, just giving them a job and letting each child know that at some point everybody's going to have a job. And so, yeah. So anyways, just wanted to tell you guys that real quick. I'll check in later. The kids are getting ready to come down at 7:23.